I love my family. I'm a big family person. I love dogs. I have 3 German Shepherds. And my boyfriend, he's a really big part of me. I remember waking up and feeling completely fine, just brushing my teeth, drinking my coffee, and I was supposed to go to work, and I'm still in orientation. And then all of a sudden, I just got this really bad headache. And I went upstairs to my mom and told her that I have a really bad headache, and she said, take one of your migraine pills. And I said, Mom, it's not a migraine. Like, it's really bad. We waited a little bit. I took my migraine pill, nothing happened. So I then called off work and I told them I had a really bad headache.
I'm Melissa, Sarah's mom. I had been a nurse with Premier for 33 years. Most of it in critical care, some way or fashion.
My mom was going to go to work. She walked out and then she came back in like a couple minutes later.
And I go into the car like I'm getting ready to go to work, and I have a second thought, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't think I can leave her today. And I went up the stairs, and she was crying and crying. I go, we're going to the ER. So she thinks it happened over 20 minutes. It happened like over 5 minutes. Anyway, I was going to take her to main campus. I'm like, she'll see her neurologist there. We're just going to go to main campus. And on the highway, she started rolling down the window, throwing up, acting crazy. Like I couldn't control her and the car at the same time. So I had to stop at the Beaver Creek ER because I couldn't do anything else but to get her some help. So they were wonderful. Got her in right away, and the nurse got the doctor in before she even finished all of her usual stuff, knowing something was really going on, and they scanned her. By the time they brought her back from her scan, which was again minutes, they moved me into the trauma room. So again, I know something bad is about to happen. By the time they brought her back, she was unconscious. She left me talking. She came back unconscious. And I thought, this is the end. This is it. And here she is. Care flight came, took her to main campus. The surgeon was already there. Dr. G was already there. He got her EDD in right away, relieved the pressure, and then got a hold of Dr. Ludwig, who stopped the bleeding for us. And by that time, both of those doctors had told me she was going to be okay.
So the neurointerventional team is closely associated with multiple teams within the hospital, including neurosurgery. Our neurosurgery colleagues work with us on multiple different cases, and whenever an arteriovenous malformation with resulting bleed shows up to our hospital, we always work in unison as a team to try to figure out the best course of action for these patients. That it was no different in this case. Our neurosurgery colleagues were contacted immediately because, again, bleeding inside the head, it's their business as much as it was our business. And so we all put our heads together and formulated the best case plan for Sarah. My job was to figure out how to stabilize that situation, hopefully how to improve it so that she wouldn't have another bleed, which is always the risk.
When we have bleeding sometime in the brain like that, we can develop the ventriculomegaly. Donc it's like the liquid accumulate inside the brain and can give a lot of pressure inside the brain or on the brain. And the help for that is to put a drain to diverse the liquid outside of the brain and like that. And this is what I did for them and I offer for them. And at the same time, her mom was there, and she have a lot of medical knowledge at this time. And I explained a bit more what's going on and as possible what they can expect from there. And they understand really well, and they participate really well at the care also at the same time.
So clearly being one of our own team members and someone who's in the Premier family, her mom and I knew each other reasonably well from past experiences, but this was in a very different context. So I think it was important to be open and honest about what we could and couldn't offer, and what we found on the imaging to make sure that everybody really understood the disease process as well as the treatment plans that would be happening very quickly to prevent any further bleeding. I think that That was the centerpiece of our conversation, but most importantly, that we were going to take great care of her, that we were going to make sure that we gave her her best chance at a great recovery.
That night, she was unstable. I saw the pacer pads come out. I knew her heart rate was in the 30s. I knew all sorts of crazy stuff was happening. And my angel Tia came. She came in that night. She came in that night for work and didn't have to. It wasn't her day to work. She came in to take care of my daughter. And I told her 100 times. I told her that night. I've told her 100 times. She was the calm to my storm that night. And I know she was just as scared as I was, but she wasn't showing it. And she took great care of Sarah that night and kept me from going too crazy.
When I got the call about Sarah in a hospital, I think I was at the night before. And so I knew that once I went to the floor, I would take care of her. Not gonna lie, it was scary. I had some ups and downs. I sweated a couple of times, but I didn't let Melissa and them see it. But Melissa said I handled things well. But yeah, it was very scary. And I thought of her as like my own child. I would want someone to take care of my kids this way. So that's what I felt like with them.
So after we successfully embolized, meaning blocked off some of the feeding arteries to this problem, and I felt fairly confident that had bought her time to allow us to discuss other treatment plans. Currently, we don't have a neurovascular neurosurgeon in our institute, but we have great relationship with University of Cincinnati. Dr. Andalus and I have been friends and colleagues for years, and I trust him implicitly with many of our patients because of that open communication and understanding that he's a terrific surgeon. His outcomes are excellent, and he handled it exactly as I expected, with tons of professionalism as well as technical skill that I think clearly helped her move into that next chapter of her recovery. So that connection between University of Cincinnati and ourselves, I think, is a very important one for our patients, and this case highlights how well it works.
Dr. Ludwig was magical, worked with the right surgeon down there to remove her AVM. And I think the coordination between Dr. Ludwig and UC was amazing. I mean, I loved Dr. G, and just knowing that we didn't offer the kind of surgery that she needed here in Dayton, but the way it was seamless to get her there and get her what she needed.
And ultimately decided upon having her follow up here in town with Premier, of course, to re-image this, to make sure that we really had got a cure. I'll feed that information back to Dr. Andalus, who again has pretty frequent correspondence with me anyway from other cases, and both of us are equally relieved that she's doing so well, and just continue to take good care of her and keep eyes on her.
I think some of my takeaway thoughts are me as a nurse. I didn't realize how strong my nursing community was to support me. How great Premier was to be flexible with my schedule. I tried to stay home with her for a while after she got home from the hospital, and allow me to be at UC constantly. And it made me think of nursing a little differently also. I mean, I don't do the bedside anymore, but it made me think of all the little things that nurses do that can make or break a person's stay. And I'm appreciative for every single one of them.
I've always wanted to be a nurse, so my mom was scared that I would never be able to be a nurse after this, but I told her, Mom, I would be a nurse in a wheelchair if I had to be, because I've always wanted to be a nurse. So that was not going to stop me.
I knew she needed speech therapy. She wasn't putting her thoughts together right. And we didn't need much of it. And some of it was the recovery process where she just kind of naturally got better. And some of it was I needed to be sure she was safe to go to work. So her speech therapist, Chelsea, was really good with her speech therapy, making it pertinent to her life.
Okay.
So she actually took the time to look up some nursing kinds of things. And her questions and conversations then became, what kind of medications do you give when your patients have low blood pressure? And I mean, those kinds of things.
I saw Sarah after a little bit later, and she was so good and so appreciate what we did for her, and really willing to go forward. She's really interested to come back as sooner as a nurse and come back in your life. And this is really great when we have a patient with this high motivation. And she's a smart girl, and she was like really, really good and really happy. And she walked into ICU, and she was completely capable to do this. No, it's amazing.
I just want to thank my mom. She saved my life.